against the Queen Walkers. So I think that these are two really evenly matched teams. It could go either way. If I were, with my feet to the fire, I guess I would say I'm leaning a little bit toward Tribe, but not a whole lot at all. I think Aphelione started off really strong in their first war, could have defeated Rest, just didn't wind up going their way. So it's very even to me. What about you?
I think it's going to be, depending on the base Town Hall, it might be a risky approach. So I think I'm still leaning towards Tribe as well. Just seeing the numbers, it's super close. But at the same time, I think the match is going to be incredible. Even with those numbers, it's going to be an incredible match as well.
Well, I think it's very fair and well said. Let's start off with Eve Maxi. Going to be going in hard with the Queen Charge Dragon Riders. Perhaps the most reliable attack strat that we've seen so far, both this month and in the previous month, pulling in a hit rate far above the 50% mark. And I don't know what to call it. It's not necessarily easy to use, but it's a very reliable attack just because it focuses in so hard on defenses and has really hardy troops with a pretty high hit point pool. You get a good Queen Charge to start things off, take off a big chunk of the base, and then it's relatively easy sailing after that.
Yeah, and I feel like we see exactly what just happened versus Queen Walkers. Maxi, yet again, is running into the bait. Tribe Gaming is just way too predictable. Like, this entry is just so common for them. They're always playing like the king for taking down the flanking threat, which is either a scatter shot or maybe even multi-inferno tower. And that's every single time baited. We have yet again the NATO trap. I feel like Tribe Gaming, or like versus Tribe Gaming, it's the only team where people are actually using the NATO trap not close to the Town Hall because they know already what Tribe is going to do. And this test so far really paid off. He only has 3 Dragon Riders left. And yet again, there's going to be the jump at some point towards the Town Hall. And those healers yet again are going to get wrecked. And now it's up to Maxi to decide what is... Oh no. He's going all in at this point. Slammer is in, Dragon Riders is in, only the Royal Champion. Woody, this might be close.
Well, I'm starting to feel like I was a bit off pitch singing the praises of the QC Dragon Rider attack, and as soon as Eve Maxi shows up, we find a base that was actually perfectly positioned to counter the entry point up at the top, burning through one of the Dragon Riders and preventing him from making the most of that invisibility spell. Instead of having to drop it early on, just throwing everything he had at this base just to try to get the entry point to work. That not working out, Eve Maxi faced a terrifying decision. Does he go hard for that triple, backing it up all the way, or is he going to try to swoop in for the 2-star? Of course, you have to make a 3-star attempt here. He knew that he could finish off the Town Hall with the Royal Champion on the left side, but you can see his frustration on the player cam there, just throwing his hands up and burying his face in his hands. It is nowhere near what he was hoping for to start this war against Aphelione Esports, and it's heart-wrenching.
Yeah, but that's the difference in between of the pre-qualifier and, for example, the qualifier. The pre-qualifier, the bracket, all random, so you have to pretty much build around your bases. But with the qualifier and you know your opponents, you can just bait your opponent, especially for things which they are known for. Oh no, let's see if they have baited yet again another Queen Charge Dragon Rider attack against Tribe Gaming.
Say it isn't so. We know Exquisite loves playing with the P.E.K.K.A Smash strat, so going high in the sky, he might be taking some cues from his clanmates. With this Queen Charge in the left corner, is that where you would have started a Queen Charge for a Dragon Rider attack into?
In my opinion, there are a couple of strategies in the game where you can triple any base. It's always depending about finding the right angle and finding the angle where you are not running into a lot of traps, which you obviously do not know in the beginning. So I still would say let's just see what is about to happen and how things are going to turn out, but so far it looks really good. He's not going to charge the Town Hall. Instead, he's going to jump into the core with sending in the king for the Town Hall. That's what it looks like, but he has to wait for the Clan Castle to come out. Otherwise, the Clan Castle is just going to be too big of a problem for his king at the Town Hall. So he has to wait until the queen actually lures out that Clan Castle, and as soon as that's done, Then he can get started with that king for the town hall, and then still has the slammer left. So this attack so far is looking incredibly good. Queen now having a lot of value, and there's the clan castle coming, concentrating that the queen is staying alive, and then everything looks all right.
All right, well, all the troops are out, including that siege machine. The town hall still stands on the far side. So this is maybe considered a risky sort of all-in attack. It's either going to be the 3 stars or maybe a 1-star heartbreaker. So I'd agree with you that it looks like a very good entry point, a clockwise positioning here. Oh, and actually, he still has a world champion, so that might be an easier town hall than I was anticipating, especially now that it's been activated. But nonetheless, I'm feeling pretty good. With the Dragon Riders lined up with a pretty impressive spread here, approaching the final resistance on that right side corner and only finding one more air defense. Yeah, he's cracked through the bottom wall on the town hall. It was much more vulnerable than I had realized. And I think that, after all, you are right. The 3-star seems to only be a stone's throw away.
Yeah, it was a really, really nice attack. There are so many Dragon Riders attack this time around, so this was not baited at all from Aphelione. Really nice attack with the queen walking into the back of the town hall pretty much and sending in the king for the town hall. With the royal champion ability not even used, this is going to be the first 3-star for Tribe, and they had to get the 3-star. This was so important for them because they want to stay obviously in this qualifier, and they need to yet again 3-star non-stop and hope for the other team to either mess up one time really bad. It's going to be closer and closer, but Tribe Gaming coming in with Kronos. Yet again, another Queen Charge Dragon Rider attack. It seems like they're going all in with those Dragon Rider attacks.
In a way, it's kind of like rubbing salt in the wound to use Super Witches against Tribe Gaming, a team that in the past has gotten great success with Super Witches. So hats off to Aphelione Esports for maybe making the most obvious play that we should have expected. We'll go back to Kronos now, though, whose turn it has come. He's using Queen Charge Dragon Riders with a piercing start into the top corner of this base. He'll encounter the enemy Archer Queen early on, and with excellent heals raged up from those healers, he'll be able to pop down that first hero. Big open compartments in the center of the base gives something of a sort of a donut feel to the structure overall, but very scary jelly center is going to be that multi-target Inferno, so that's going to have some pathing implications for Kronos here as he gets his queen a bit closer in. Definitely don't want those healers getting anywhere close to that multi-target Inferno while as long as it's up, and so he's got to keep the pathing perfect. Knocks down just enough of the buildings along that right side corner to force that queen right into the center. She's working on that wall right now, something that you don't often want to see from her, but I'm sure Kronos is very happy about it. With the pathing he's got set up for this base, I think that he is well on his way to the triple.
Yeah, I think that was for sure intentional, having the queen getting through that wall. But now the clan castle is coming out, which might be a little bit of an annoying thing to deal with right now. But without having too much damage on him, I think he's not bothering too much. There is the blimp, and yet again, we have to see if there is a NATO trap, because this is so scary right now. The blimp is flying. The royal champ is actually chasing the blimp. There's the freeze. And there's the rage. No NATO found just yet, and this means the town hall's going down.
A Hail Mary blimp, and the Royal Champion cannot intercept it. The first and second stars are claimed with just a smattering of defenses remaining on the outside. A big cleanup crew is not really here to be found, and yet a couple of Dragon Riders, just those 2 big heavy offensive troops, could be enough to finish this thing off. Rage spell sent in a bit earlier than I would have expected, but I guess he might be a bit concerned about time here now. He's got one more invisibility to protect them as soon as they get within range of the air defense, but instead chooses not to use it right there. I'm a bit worried that he might wind up losing one of those Dragon Riders, which would effectively have the DPS that he has remaining to finish things off here. So where is he planning on using the invisibility spell? He's losing his Dragon Riders. Oh my God, at the last second, he'll barely protect them, but okay, I guess it might still work.
Time is a big issue, especially this elixir collector on the right side. 10 more seconds, nothing can really reach it, and nothing is really close to it, and this means this is yet again another 2-star, another defense for Aphelione, even though it's a 99, but hey, even 99% 2-star is a defense. Yeah, that's right. But at the same time, there's still quite a big percentage difference. So let's see now. Nebrox is in with the Hydra. This was the attack strategy which I was talking about. I think this right now is the strongest attack strategy. It's so incredibly powerful. And he's starting things off with a couple of rocket loons for the air defense. Now there is the Hound just to fly across, and he's making it invisible, and this means this Hound is flying right into the Town Hall, tanking all of the Black Mines, and even the NATO is getting tanked by that Hound. So really nice usage of that invisibility spell, making the or opening up the blimp. Is there anything alive? That's the question. And yes, it seems like there are some super wizards. No, it's actually a super wizard blimp with the invisibility spells, and they're staying alive for now to take down some more defenses. Can they take down the air defense? Yes, and that's some great value. The only downside of this one is that he had to invest a lot to make this blimp work. So the question is this paying off? Was this enough value to take down the base? Because there's one sweeper pointing into the direction of the Hydra entry. So let's see if that's going to be enough.
I know something that can really slip me up when I'm planning my attacks is finding a really high value target, a really great way to use a small portion of resources, and then feeling so overconfident about the remainder of the attack that I just kind of throw everything, cross my fingers, and pray that it all goes well. I think Nebrox got a good solid value strike against that Town Hall. It feels really good for it to execute properly, but it took almost a minute to get the job done, and it left him a little bit weakened for the remainder of the hit. Dragons are all stacked up really deep within the middle, finally kind of getting a little bit of a spread out here now. But I'd say things are going pretty well, at least according to whatever plan he must have had set up ahead of time. It's going quite swimmingly with the Dragons spreading and finding lots of different targets. Just with 1 minute left, it's no guarantee that this is going to be a triple, though.
Yeah, but it's looking really, really good. The only really big threat to his heroes is this scatter shot. And, like, the king having his ability left, the queen having her ability left, the royal champion having her ability left. And this is just what you see. Like, just the HP of dragons, dragon riders, everything combined is just incredible. And he used the one to the perfect moment. Really, really nicely done. And this means this is going to be an overkill at the end of the day. So Tribe is trying to get back into this matchup. And now it's back to Aphelione. I mean, they have everything in their own hands. So they can just say, okay, Tribe was a good attempt, but we'll just keep 3-starring, and this means they have no chance. They need to 3-star, and they need to hope for an incredible defense. And there's going to be another Hydra attack with a really interesting entry, a Boulder Bounce in combination with a Hawk Rider for the top Archer Tower, and then a couple of Lightnings to take down some more buildings.
Was our friend Sir Francis Bacon once said, "Scientia potentia est," or otherwise, knowledge is power. Let's see if that holds true in our final attack for this war by Tribe Gaming, their last best hope at pulling off a victory and staying in contention for that golden ticket. He spread out dragons all across the top left side of this base, and it's going to be going on a terrifying race, trying to rip through with rage spells and freezing up key defenses, but they're pretty well spread out, and this might not be the best entry. I don't know, though. What do you think?
I think it's looking still good, but at the same time, he has no warden ability to protect that blimp, and we have seen so many NATO traps around the town, so this might be a really risky move. The dragons so far are pushing through, which is great. He's freezing up the eagle. The queen is reaching the eagle as well, but at the same time, he needs to take down all of the big threats to those back-end heroes, which means Expos needs to go down.
Oh, no.
Defending scatter shot, and that's the big question. Can he make that work with the defending royal champion still waiting on that back-end?
Dragons slowed down and distracted by a defending barbarian king, but they're finally back on task now. Yeah, like you mentioned, just so much of the offensive support dropped really early on, and I think he was fortunate to be able to finish off that Town Hall, but with the pull of the CC now, just with that Royal Champion getting a bit too close before it goes down, that's going to be more gum on his shoes. He's trying to run a fast sprint, but this is just a base perfectly designed to slow and prevent that 3-star. So congratulations to Garakuta of Aphelione Esports with the potential game-ending defense against Knowledge.
Yeah, that is going to be the defense. Nice invisibility spell to keep the Royal Chamber alive for now, but as we just said, the Dragons need to take down the Expos. This is kind of the key of the strategy. The Queen is going for an interesting wall because she can only reach the elixir storage over here, but to be honest, the Queen can't even finish the rest alone anyway. She's going now for the wall to break into the base. At this point, it is already over. He's using the Queen ability. He knows already what is going on because with the ground expo on the back end and time ticking low as well, this is not looking good. So this means Tribe Gaming is struggling quite a bit, and Aphelione now only needs that 1-star on offense to kick Tribe out of the competition, and on their own staying in that competition because well, that's what their goal is.
Already in the wings for their opportunity at the $1 million prize pool World Finals later this year. We have 4 teams that still remain in contention that will be facing off tomorrow, but we have got a lot more to break down before we can call it quits for today, Yutsu.
Yeah, that's for sure. We can see yet again the percentages overall. Really good 3-stars on both sides, and then a couple of slip-ups on both sides as well. Kronos with a 99, and then as well Knowledge with a 91%. But GG's for sure. Aphelione Esports is going to get to the next round, but we should take another look at this match, and I think Carvin is well prepared to break down one of those attacks.